Hello everyone, I'm Ornella Hernandez with Web3 TV, and I'm in Paris for day 2 of the Paris Blockchain Week. I am right now at the XRP Ledger booth with Markus, who is the Senior Vice President at LedgerX. How are you today?
Hey Ornella, it's good to see you. I'm doing very good, and thanks for joining us here at the XRP Ledger ecosystem in a booth.
Is this your first time in Paris Blockchain Week?
It's actually my second time, and it's pumping as much as last year, and it's just great to see all these amazing projects, great speakers, great content, great side events, and great projects here building, alongside Ripple on the XRP Ledger exposed.
Yes, we will get into all of those projects.
Awesome.
But how does it even compare to past editions of Paris Blockchain Week?
You mean Paris Blockchain Week?
Yeah.
So, one thing I find interesting is this was a super busy event last year, and we were more in a bear market, right? And what I've seen with other events this year, they've seen a stark difference between last year and this year because markets have, recovered a lot. And here it feels pretty much the same. That means as well there's, a real stable flow of people, and it's a well-established event. I think it's really an awesomely curated event, and everybody of relevance is here, and lots of new stuff to discover as well.
Yeah, definitely. The turnout is amazing. I think between the first and the second day, it's thousands of people. So that's a good sign. And what's been the reception of passersby of the XRP Ledger booth?
Yeah, it's been really good. A lot of traffic, a lot of I would say follow-ups, a lot of inquiries about hey, how can I get started to build on the XRP Ledger? We've now got way over 1,000 projects building on the XRP Ledger alongside Ripple. Lots of inquiries about, hey, do you have a grants program? Yes, we do have a grants program. Do you have an accelerator? Yes, we do have an accelerator. How else can I get involved? There's a learning portal, and then, beautiful cross-pollination as well. Hey, actually, you're doing something interesting. We could build on top of that and, create a value chain of business together. So pretty excited about what we're seeing.
Okay, that all sounds very good. So now let's talk a little bit about the relationship between XRP Ledger and Ripple, the company, just so that our viewers can understand.
Yes. So there's Ripple, the company, headquartered in Silicon Valley. That is almost not almost like, we're a developer and contributor to the XRP Ledger, similar to other projects. And so we're using the technology in our, enterprise blockchain solutions, most famously known for payments. We're basically, facilitating billions of dollars of payments volume using the XRP Ledger technology at the foundation, right? And then there's XRP, the digital asset, and then there's the XRP Ledger, one of the first public blockchains, came out in 2012, built for business, battle tested, transaction speeds between 3 and 5 seconds, consistently since 12 years, for a fraction of a penny, and it's been humming along all sound and like a well-oiled machine all through these years.
Okay, and so what's the focus right now, given that we're entering a new bull cycle and we're still, halfway through this year? What are the priorities that XRP Ledger has?
Yes, so I would say XRP Ledger has really been built for business, built for powering real-world financial use cases. First and foremost, starting with payments. But now what we're seeing is really for use case to expand beyond that. You see a lot of RWA, tokenization use cases, and just really a tool and core infrastructure to bring more of the financial world or financial activity we see in the real world on chain, to remove frictions, build efficiencies, create values for us all, frankly.
So what do you think needs to happen? What other challenges do we need to overcome to get to that point where everyone's more financially included?
Yeah, so there's a couple of pieces that still need to fall in place, I would say, on the regulatory front. And look, we've demonstrated with Ripple that, you can use blockchain technology today in a way that's compatible with compliance frameworks. And we're doing that, as said before, in the billions of dollars every year in terms of doing payments way at a fraction of the cost and the time than in legacy systems. So it's possible, right? I think if you want to enlarge and see more, there's over $1 quadrillion of financial assets off-chain. And, if you want to see, 10% of that coming on-chain, we have maybe 150 billion in terms of stablecoins so far. Regulation, I would say, is a key piece in terms of the surveys we're doing for more of TradFi to come on-chain. But that's now starting to really fall more in place. Think of MiCA in Europe or Singapore or UAE, where you see frameworks really emerging. And so I do expect that we're really at the start of a paradigm shift whereby blockchain technology is really going beyond much of the hype and really into utility and powering financial activity much more going forward.
Okay, so what else is Ripple and XRP Ledger doing to inspire more utility? I know that the recent announcement of the stablecoin is pretty big, so can we talk a little bit more about that?
Let's talk about that. So look, we believe that the stablecoin market, that's at the moment like 150 billion, has seen a lot of growth, but has way more growth ahead. I think there's some estimates that expect this market to grow to 2.8 trillion or something 5 years from now. So that's a 20x from where it is today. So there's a clear demand for a stablecoin with a compliance-first blockchain enterprise solution provider like Ripple has been around payments to close the gap between traditional finance and crypto. And so that's why we're super excited to take that on. It's been also one of the most cited feedback in terms of what developers want that build on the XRP Ledger. Again, there's more than 1,000 projects building, and the need for a stablecoin to really act as a portal from bringing more financial activity on chain is super critical.
Okay, so currently the most stablecoin usage I think is in like developing countries. We have like Latin America and Africa, just because to counteract the local currency and inflation rates, right? So what's specific to your stablecoin that can be applicable to global audiences?
Yeah, so I would say two use case categories that we're most excited about. First of all, we plan to leverage the Ripple stablecoin alongside XRP in cross-border payments in our existing real-world cross-border payment product alongside XRP, so we're able to scale that globally, significantly going forward and provide certain optionality. And then separately, as we're seeing more real-world assets, TradFi companies wanting to engage with us and other projects around like bringing real-world assets on the XRP Ledger, it's important to have a settlement asset for these, like tokenized money market funds or equities and other financial products. And the US dollar stablecoin is obviously a key piece in terms of, helping to enable economic activity to emerge.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. So the stablecoin is USD backed. All right. But now, given that we are in Paris for Paris Blockchain Week, I have a question for you. What is your favorite thing and one of your least favorite things about Paris or France?
Oh la la, I'm gonna make myself unpopular with the Parisians.
Tell me about it.
So the favorite thing about Paris to me is it's an open museum. Everywhere you walk, it's beautiful, consistently so. The architecture, the gray roofs, the Haussmann building, the beige walls, the green trees, and it's just amazing. And the culture of being out in the brasserie and just enjoy, really culture. The most amazing museums in the world, the most visited museum in the world is the one we're right in right now. Paris has a place in my heart. My two kids were born here. Spent some time with my wife here, so it's a place I always come back and I really enjoy it. It's also a little more relaxed than London, so I enjoy it. Feels like coming for a getaway weekend. I've just like recharged. The thing I appreciate less about Paris, but it's also become almost something that I feel is to some degree amusing, is the very famous Parisian attitude and the reaction you sometimes get in terms of service, in the gastronomy, etc. But it's part of the package, and you got to take it with a smile.
Right, it is what it is. All right. Well, Markus, do you mind taking me around the booth and explaining to me a little bit more about what we got going on here?
Yes, I would love to do that.
So this is one of the projects that's being built on XRP. It's called FreePay. Can you tell me a little bit more about what we're looking at?
Yeah, with pleasure. It's actually a really cool project. So they're building a point of sale, a consumer payment application integrated on the XRPL that allows merchants to get pay 3 to 5 seconds, fraction of a cent, powered by XRPL. And that's what it's built for, right? And Ripple is focused more on enterprises. And you can think of this almost like a version focused more on the consumer retail side.
Okay. What's unique about it compared to other applications like this?
I would say it's unique about it that it's fully powered by XRPL. You can have this point of sale station at any shop and it is seamlessly integrated with, the other like payment networks basically.
Right.
So it just works out of the gate.
Okay. Cool. And moving on, we got these two booths. We have Palisade and Sologenic. Let's talk a little bit more about what Palisade is and what makes it special.
Yeah, so it's actually really cool about Palisade. It's been founded by two former Ripplers, and it's basically a tokenization platform built on the XRPL, and also a cost solution integrated with XRPL. And what's interesting about tokenization and the XRPL is that since 2012, when the XRP Ledger was released, you could already tokenize before tokenization actually became a thing. So it's been from the get-go a thing, tokenizing IOUs on the XRPL.
I love it when you have users who then build their own applications on it. Now, does this come with the beret? Because if not, I might steal it.
It would be rude not to steal it.
Okay. All right, let's move on to Sologenic and what it is.
Yeah, so Sologenic is actually one of the largest projects on the XRPL in terms of, the economic activity that we're seeing. On the one hand, they have a UI, a user interface app integrated with the DEX on the XRPL. And again, what's particular there is with the XRPL, the DEX is actually natively integrated in the system, and it was the first DEX of any blockchain which came out when the XRPL protocol was released in 2012.
Is it?
First DEX in the world is the XRPL DEX. And so Sologenic is one of the most active user interfaces integrated. What is particular as well is that basically all the liquidity is aggregated on the protocol level, unlike Ethereum where everything is fragmented.
Right.
Because they're built on smart contracts and not on the protocol.
Okay, so I spoke to another company recently called Coreum, which has a booth around here too. And they told me that they also work on a
side chain with smart contract functionalities that's interacting with XRPL.
Okay.
Separately on mainnet XRPL, they've also released basically a tokenization platform focused on securities, equity tokenization, and so forth.
Okay, sounds good.
So yeah, it's happening.
It's happening. All right, and last but not least, we got the Fi booth over here, which is a gold wallet. Tell me a little bit more about it.
Yeah, what's really cool about this one is they're basically tokenizing gold that's physically backed. And what's even cooler about it is that it's Sharia compliant. So it's investable for, people in the Sharia environment.
Middle East.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mostly in the Middle East.
Okay.
Exactly. And so, that's the projects that happen, basically manning up this booth alongside us this time around. But again, there's like more than 1,000 projects building, and invite you to come check more out, xrpl.org. And yeah, we're going to be around in the cryptoverse. See you all.
Amazing. And what's the best way for someone to reach out to you and, like you said, learn more about XRP Ledger or Ripple or anything else that you guys got going on?
I'd say if you want to learn more about the XRP Ledger, start with xrpl.org. You can hit me up on LinkedIn. If you want to learn more about funding programs and how you can get more involved, there's xrplgrants.org or xrplaccelerator.org for the two funding programs that we help curate together with the community.
Amazing. And what is next? What can we expect next from XRP Ledger? What's on your roadmap?
Yeah, so there's some amazing stuff happening. So first of all, an automated market maker has been released very recently and voted in by the community. That one is going live, which will obviously also be a native feature on the protocol, which brings more security and user safety and allows users to basically, put their liquidity to work. So we're super excited about that one. There is a DID standard that has been released.
Identity.
Yeah, exactly, to help around making sure economic activity remains compliant. Oracle support, and mid-April there's going to be public specs released for some really exciting DeFi primitive. So yes, stay tuned for that one.
Yes, keep me updated, Markus. Thank you again so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the conference, everyone. Check out XRP Ledger and all of these projects that we just took a look at. And
can I make a last call to action?
Yes.
So we hold our ecosystem event, flagship event. It's called XRP Ledger Apex, together with the community. It's in Amsterdam, mid-May. XRP Apex. Look it up, be there, learn more, get involved, and hope to see you all around.
All right, get tickets for that if you're interested. And thanks everyone for tuning in. Stay tuned for more interviews coming out of Paris Blockchain Week.